What's up, my social media family? This is Stay staying sharp. I'm keeping it sharp and then sharp every day of my life. You know, leaving work, walking home, leaving work. Of course, I'm walking now because, I lost my vehicle. So. But then, that doesn't mean anything. I still have to keep this staying sharp and nation all day, every day of my life. And I believe in wins and losses and highs and lows. They're all just an act of God. And so, in my circumstances, that doesn't stop me. Under the circumstances, that doesn't stop me from speaking my heart to the social media family out there. Wherever you are out there in this great country of ours or in this world. The topic today, I'm going to keep this thing sharp in nature. And stay saying unedited TV. I had to switch up my channels. I keep switching my channels because, I don't know, I think there's a couple of bugs out there that keep trying to get into my channels, but it doesn't really stop me because I know it's the nature of the business. Pigeons always trying to peck at eagles. But yeah, I'm also talking to you looky-loos has been following me undercover, admiring me in secret because you're just little fellas. And you little fellas know what I'm talking about, and you little ladies. But yeah, I believe in having friends and enemies, if there's such a thing. But this topic is about, this Super Bowl thing. This Super Bowl thing, I don't really watch news. I don't really watch news because there's nothing new under the sun. It's just creative writers and journalists creating news stories from 50 years ago, 100 years ago, and putting new makeup on it with words and imagery and all that kind of stuff and serving it up to you. Now, whether you want to eat that type of food or not, that is up to you. Me personally, staying sharp in nature, stay staying sharp. Yeah, my food comes from above. Yeah, pure nutrients. But yeah, I waver a little bit, when I do my videos, but that's just the way I am. And I'm only talking to those people that can feel me more than they can hear me. So, I'm talking to the feelers out there. Feel what I'm saying here. Young men and women, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in this great country of ours. Those that can relate to me from blood, from tribe, from neighborhood, from community, from family, friends, even if I never met you in my life. But can you feel me on this? And let me know in the comments if you choose. This social media thing is just becoming a part of me. Of course, it's going to be my gift. As that great saying is, your gifts will always make room for you. So, my voice is going to make room for me when I say, I don't understand what's going on with this Super Bowl thing. The little, Lil Wayne and all the great artists that have produced historic music out of the South. They're holding the Super Bowl. And in the state, let's put the city on the let's put the city in the Queen's chair really quick. And let's sit in the King's chair. In the great state of Louisiana, okay, you have major artists, history, families that are all attached to it. Through the players, through the music, through the culture. And it's becoming to not even think about that. That's something that should have been playing years ago. Hey, the Super Bowl, here, it is 2000 whatever. Hey, we're gonna play the Super Bowl in New Orleans in 2025. Okay? Now, who can we get to perform in that Super Bowl? That everything can be in harmony. We're making money in this great state, in the city. And so it's only fair that we share the wealth with those that are legendary in that great state, in the great city. So but I said in a couple of videos, sometimes you have to understand when it's great to be employed and be in partnership with other cultures. But you cannot get mad at these cultures when they refuse to understand your legacy and your history and what makes you happy as a collective people. throughout the city of Saints or whatever. It's just, it's just becoming, it's a no-brainer. Follow what I'm saying here. Feel what I'm saying here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls out there in the social media world. This is Stacey and Sharp, keeping it sharp in nature when I say it's just a no-brainer. Well, you got the Super Bowl coming up in New Orleans, and I'm going to get a little passion here, and you don't even include these artists that have done more work, has produced more and well-known, more than the guy that's calling the shots. It's like really weird. You know, our culture always speak that thing about not making it personal. But here you are making it personal instead of making it about the people as a collective. That's why I say, man, I really miss artists like Tupac Shakur, you know, because he would set the record straight. So those of us that inspired and still have that type of beating heart, namely I'm going to say, and it's not, man, listen, I'm a man when I say this. It doesn't matter how much a person has his status, whatever seat he sits in, what his bank account looks like. It has nothing. Listen, man, I can throw that over my shoulder when I say I don't give a damn about that more than I care about Perfect Harmony. And in Perfect Harmony, Lil Wayne, Baby, and all the legends out of Louisiana, man, should have been a part of this Super Bowl. They shouldn't, you know, these guys shouldn't have to go on social media and answer these types of questions of like, wow, dude, you didn't even get a phone call? These guys shouldn't even be doing that. But since they're doing it, and since we as fans of music, of the music business, of show business, of sports, hear me when I say this. I speak for all of it because I love it. I can relate to it all. Music, sports, music, entertainment, all of it. Show business, lights, cameras, and actions. That's what Stacey saying it's all about. But what's more important to me than all that, because I'll throw that in the garbage really quick when it comes to humanity. When it comes to people sticking together, no matter what tribe or clan you're from. But we got these people that refuse to do anything righteous. That's me personally. I don't believe anything's about color, because there are some great Europeans in this world and has done great things and still doing great things. There's also some great Africans that has done great things in this world. What I don't understand is that is perfectly clear. But what is really clear is that we're living in a time where we recognize righteousness and unrighteousness. And what just happened, it's an unrighteous situation. You know, people say they put these people, quote unquote, business people in this position to make business decisions to bring music or this quote unquote hip hop, because hip hop is, to me, is limited. It's a limited saying. We're not just hip hop people. We're hip hop people. We're R&B people. We're country people. We're Western people. We're opera people. We're just people of rhythm. So forget the blues, because we don't care about the blues. We're people of rhythm. We live in perfect harmony, and everything should flow, and everything do flow with our culture until somebody wants to sit there and toss a rock in the water just to create a ripple effect. And now you got a ripple effect. Now you got what it should look like, or what it's kind of looking like. Oh, it's just this territorial thing, man. I don't understand people that quote unquote supposed to be the brains of the world or brains of these industries, or just because a lot of people cheer for them, or because their dollar sign is unbelievable. Man, listen, real men, women, and children don't give a F about that. But what we do give about is righteousness. And righteousness has now taken its place, according to let me be the first to say, according to me, to be the first to say, because I know there's many people that think like me, and people are starting to voice their, not only their opinion, but showing by action, man, because all this mind effery and all this personal stuff, man, it don't make dollars for no one, truly. All it creates is trouble. And what I say trouble is, I'm not speaking like I condone trouble, but what I do condone is self-respect. What I do condone is unity. What I do condone is righteousness. You know what I'm saying? And so forth. This is just a video. This is just a man leaving work that's passionate about something he knows a lot about, which is human nature, first and foremost, which is the act of God, which is natural law. Let me say that again, which is natural law, which is the most important law I even care about. Follow what I'm saying here, because if you feel me now, you know, and to me being a Southern guy at heart and by blood, man, it's like whatever. All I know is the South will always remain strong because throughout history, that's what people do. They come to the South, they take whatever, and then they can go back and do whatever. But man, I mean, most of us already seen the wolf in the hen house when it was placed there. So naturally, I said it before, let's see what the guy does. And the guy's doing a great job according to the guy and his people and his supporters only. He's doing an immaculate job for the NFL. He's doing a superb job for the NFL because at the end of the day, the NFL is about business. They're businessmen, women, and children that run the NFL. And they say, hey, let me go and hire someone that's highly influenced because they look proper. Let's put some more makeup and some more whatever on that and bring the hip-hop world into our business because this is going to pay off for the next 50 to 100 years. And it looks like they're off to a good start. So, to the Birdman, Lil Wayne, and all those that wasn't even considered first, I understand it's business, and even if things don't work out, me personally, I wouldn't take second scraps because you're legends, and you will always be legends. And what just happened to you guys, all the artists in the South, all the artists in Louisiana that didn't even get considered before this season even started, hey man, you guys just became more famous. And I'm telling all the social media fans out there, so this is Stacy and Sharp, keeping it sharp in nature all day, every day, all my life. Hey man, you guys are going to really buy into the South for this. Because there's no doubt about it that the music that's about to come out of the South for this betrayal, if you ask me, not just from a business point of view, but just from a cultural point of view, from self-respect. You know, a lot of people don't understand the meaning of being becoming or unbecoming. And this was an unbecoming situation by what a lot of people consider a great man or a great business mogul. Fuck out of here, man. Coffee. Absolutely. Tastes great. With vanilla cream. So, swirl it up, and this is what you get. Coffee with a little vanilla cream, swirl it up, and this is what you get. Confusion in the name of their brothers and sisters in this great country of ours. But in this great country of ours, strong women and men and children that keep it together, we already understand the notion, the meaning of the wolf in the hen house. Because after all, it's still a part of nature. But, you know, the Most High put certain people on earth just to, I don't know, you know, of course, I would love to be in certain positions, but this is a position that I'm finding that's comfortable for me. It's to just, I do a lot of things for the youth, man, because it's only natural that you talk about your life experience, because if you got heart, like the sin one does, the sin one, the sharp in nature one has heart. Yes, me, Mr. Sharp, have heart. I have heart enough to say that I understand where I'm at in this time, where I'm at in this season, where I'm at in this moment. And where I'm at in this moment is to take all my goodness and my pain and all the confusion that I inflicted and was also inflicted upon me, all that stuff up, and it came out wisdom. So, what you do with wisdom, you either sit on it like a bank because you're stingy with it, and that's what you'll probably lead with, or you put yourself out there and become a wisdom person. It's not about how much you know on paper, it's how much you know through experience and how much you know under the heavens. Because the Almighty is not going to give you more than you can carry. And what I'm carrying is the voice to say that this is unbecoming. In the NFL, and the guy that was hired to whatever the title is, which is all of a sudden you get that type of special title. I mean, hell, why didn't they put someone like from a country genre or a rock and roll genre or a pop genre? Oh no, they say we're going to go where all the bread is, all the loot, all the cake. The hip hop world. Yes. Because we can put someone in there and they can look good and people will believe them. And when they start saying that, oh no, we got tricked, we already got the money in the bag. And they got the money in the bag. Now you got confusion now. Not only did you not make the proper decision, but now you got bad business between now artists fighting again. It's like, man, there's nothing new under the sun. And for the artists that are fighting with each other, man, listen, dude. I know all these artists talk about they got children, but think about the damage that you're doing to other children. You can't, like, all of a sudden do damage to children, then when you start having children, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I gotta, like, worry about what my children are doing. Well, hell, what about the other children that you misled in the name of whatever? That's only an illusion. You know what I'm saying? But a legacy, to sit there knowing that you said the right thing or done the right thing or showed the right thing and made and changed the lives of tens, hundreds, thousands, maybe millions of children, be like, hey, I love that guy that was in that NFL position and he done the right thing without blinking. He might have got fired for it, but he done the right thing. That's the guy I want to be inspired by. Who wants to be inspired by the guy that gets downloads of confusion, then he believes that confusion, and then puts on paper who to put in position to confuse? Now you got artists confused about, because these are legendary, all these guys are legendary artists. So naturally, they're going to say, I belong on the grandest stage in the world on that day. Naturally, it's just business, it's competition. So naturally, you're going to have testosterone and estrogen flying all over the place. Especially when there's money involved and ego. And in show business, you don't get into show business unless you have that. So understand that, little young women, boys, and girls. Show business, anything that has you to be on a grand stage, small or big, you better know what you're doing. So, all I'm saying here, keeping it sharp in nature, at the Sin Zone. Also, the Sin Zone Sports. I want to get that in because this is sports. I got a few channel tags, few brands that I'm coming together with. But this has also to do with sports, but this has also to do with real talk. You know, and we'll keep this thing unedited. Stay Sin Unedited TV. Sin Zone Sports Talk. Combination of the two makes one me. And one me is saying, you see that sign? This is what's going on. 2002. Take a look at it, man. I'm going to walk with it. Take a look at it. What does that mean? Who represents that? What artist in the world represents that? What's the best producer, record label owner in the world coming out of the South of Louisiana? New Orleans. Man, you better look at that. And these guys don't even get chosen. Hey, you can say, hey, man, this guy's all over the place. Well, be all over the place with me in your heart and understand what I'm saying here. There's a lot of great record label owners in this great state of Louisiana. There's a lot of great legendary artists in the great state of Louisiana. So when you got a major event like this, it's a no-brainer that you take the best of the best record owner, labor, producer. You put him on the grand, or put him or her on the grandest stage. You take the best legendary singer, rapper, musician, artist, and you put him or her or them on the grandest stage. And watch your dollar sign do what it do. Man, like I said, man, I didn't get no degrees in business and all that crap. No disrespect, but damn it, man, you can't be like pushing down on people like, hey, you got to go to school and get this and that to hold these type of titles. And then when you put people in there with those type of titles, so-called, they don't make fucking title decisions. This was an untitled, whatever decision, man. And I'm not knocking anybody because it's not my business, but it is my business to keep the peace. It is my business to understand what's going on and to spread that to the world the best way I can. I don't know what you call that, but me, I just call it staying sharp in nature all day, every day, all my life. As I walk from work on my feet because I was irresponsible with my car. But that doesn't stop me from expressing to the world how I feel about people that I'm inspired by. Not because of what they got in their pockets, it's because they have done and still doing things that I have never done. And I am always inspired to do, but haven't made it to that stage yet. So maybe this is my avenue to put my voice out there, to set my mark. Whether this video or a clip makes sense to you guys, and hey man, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the ones that can relate and understand what's going on. Mainly the youth. Because it's hard to me to sit there and allow and bet on a grown person that's already set in their ways to understand or change their mind. But what I can do is reach the youth to understand, man, listen, never give up on unity. Never give up on believing that smart people are coming, have come, and here to stay. Never stop believing that you don't need help to be successful or build an industry or maintain an industry or a market. Because the minute you go and get help and have cream and all other stuff poured into your coffee, you get all different types of flavors. And you can't get mad when you don't like how it tastes. Follow what I'm saying here. We got to keep this thing sharp in nature all day, every day, all our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the sports entertainment world. Like, listen, man. That's why I don't understand. Well, I do understand now that there's no movies about Marcus Garvey and those like him, or any of our warriors or our heroes, because it would probably be like, ugh. Sometimes people, man, it's painful to be awakened to things. People gonna look at you, they looking at you when you're asleep, so you might as well wake up, because they still gonna be looking. I don't know, man. What do I know? I've never been a millionaire, a billionaire, but I know one damn thing is that if I got to do that and sit there and embarrass myself and my culture in the name of whatever, listen, man, I love God and I love what I got in my pocket as I walk down the street from work. I don't understand in 2024 how people are still allowing people to pour different things in their coffee and stir it up. Now you got conflict between great legendary artists, and all that's going to do is divide more, because the kids on one side is going to be like, well, I don't like this guy no more. And the kids on the other side are going to be like, well, I don't like that guy no more. And then most of the kids are going to be like, the NFL is full of F. And then, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, listen, man, you know how long it takes to get back in harmony? Haven't y'all learned anything from the Colin Kaepernick situation? You just can't keep letting shit roll over. You can't keep letting shit, people, places, and things pour shit into your coffee and then feed it to you and then say, well, just drink it until we get a fresh cup. You can't keep building things and allowing people to kick your Lego shit down, man. Fuck that. You can't. I bet you can't pour shit into other people's tea. I bet you can't pour your brown sugar into their tea. You can't pour your whatever into their tea. And by right, they shouldn't let you. Man, listen, dude, I don't care about the whole color or whatever the system feeds people to divide. I care about humanity. And I respect a man that doesn't look like me in the same light as I respect the ones that do look like me. And I would disrespect one that looks like me just as well as I would disrespect one that don't look like me if they act out of character. But it takes a lot to get me out of character, because I like to live in perfect harmony. Even if it hurts. That's why I admire a lot of people that quote unquote say they have built this country first, because they're consistent at what they do. True or untrue. What are we, those that I can relate to, are consistent at? Building something and then saying, I'm tired, I want to go to sleep. Can you run my XYZ for a minute? And then by the time you wake up, it's a different color, different culture, it's a different everything. And then you're stuck mad, and then the kids are confused, but it's like, hey man, yeah, man, I've been called all kind of things, but you can't call me inconsistent. Because I'm doing what I'm doing without the books, without it being on paper. Because I'm a firm believer that God don't make all men equal. Until you want to become equal. Until you choose to answer the call to become equal. A lot of people be like, oh, call me to do something, Lord. But then when the Lord say, here, you don't want to pick up the phone. Because the phone, it takes sacrifice. And I'm sacrificing whatever to say, man, listen, dude, start being fair, or, you know what I'm saying? Because people ain't stupid. You live in a time where people don't care what's in your pocket, man. What are you doing for the people? We don't care what your status is. What are you doing for the people? We don't care who you're married to. What are you doing for the people? If you're doing for the people, then I don't need no extra flavors in our coffee. Across the board, in this great country of ours, across the world. Because the numbers speak for itself. You can lie about them all they want, but those of us that know the numbers in our heart knows that the coffee is very strong when we start tasting it and liking it. Just as it is, without the flavoring. This is Stacey Sharp, keeping it sharp in nature all day, every day, all my life. To the sports world, to the entertainment world, to the music business, to the sports business, to our culture, to our brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Listen, man, keep your coffee strong moving forward, 2024 and beyond. Most importantly, stay sane. Most importantly, keep this thing sharp in nature all day, every day, all y'all lives. I'm out.